Hi guys, this is Darren Stevenson back with another video. I haven't done a cost breakdown video in quite a while. That's just because I haven't really been to any regionals in quite some time, just because like after YCS London I was kind of just not feeling the world race anymore. I'm still kind of not really feeling it, but with the new announcement and stuff, I'm going to see how I do at YCS Milan and YCS Dusseldorf. And if I do well at those events, I feel like I'll be in with a chance to try and go for Worlds still. But I'll still try and like go to as many events as I can with the regionals, just so like this project can keep going. And at the end of the year, even if I haven't got that many points in comparison to the top 8 people, it'll still be interesting to see how much I spent, just so people can get an idea on how much the World's race will cost them in that year, and we can kind of like work out how many points we can kind of give value to like what each point is worth in terms of like how much you have to pay for travel. So then you can like develop like your own algorithm to work out how much points are worth to you. So let's just say like, because at the moment I've spent like around £830 and I have like 63 points, so that puts like a value of like £15 per point. So would you pay £15 to travel for an event that'll give you 1 point? And then that'll scale, so like if an event has 10 points, would you pay £150 to go for that event? The scale's probably not that great for me personally, because I haven't topped the YCSs, whereas someone like Tom Rose or Typhoon, if I knew how much they spent to go to events, would probably have like a better idea of what each point is worth to them in terms of how much they've spent. But I'll just keep this going. I'll still try and go to as many regionals as I can, and we'll see at the end of the year how much it costs me to get per point, I guess. But so this is like a 3-part video, since I haven't done one in a while. I'm just gonna touch upon how much I spent for YCS Pasadena, the LLDS Stage 2 Ireland, and then the Stockton regionals. So I'll just put like the number there of if you want to just skip to so I'll start with the Pasadena one, the American one, and if you just want to skip to how much Stage 2 costs, then just there's the when I start talking about that minute right there. And also Stockton as well, which is very brief since it's my local, so it didn't cost that much. But so I'll just touch upon the YCS Pasadena right now. So if you're thinking about going to America, ideally you want to look at flights from your closest major airport for around £300. So my closest major airport is Edinburgh, but at the time at booking it, I couldn't find a flight to Edinburgh from Edinburgh to Los Angeles, so I ended up just booking one from London. So I ended up flying from London to Los Angeles for £300. I had a bit of difficulty getting to London. For me, I couldn't fly directly from Newcastle, so I had to get a train to Glasgow for £24 and then get dropped off at Edinburgh Airport with Jordan. And I ended up just like flying to London in the morning for around £130. If I booked it like more in advance, I might have got it for cheaper, but we were just unable to commit to anything just yet. But like that's how much like it normally will cost, like £300. If you live close to like a good airport, it should only cost you £300, and if you don't live next to a close airport, you shouldn't spend any more than like maybe 50 to like try and get to that airport, I suppose. And there's not much to talk about that other than like if you are looking to go to the next YCS in America, which is Atlanta, try and like experiment with like a bunch of things. Like try and like see what your closest airport is, which ones you're willing to travel to, see how much it is to get to Atlanta, which is the best airport to fly to. Atlanta is quite an expensive airport as well, bear in mind, because it's like one of the biggest airports. I think it is the biggest airport in North America, actually. So try and find, if you're willing to like transfer, you can try and fly to Florida, Because like domestic flights from Florida are usually like really cheap, so you can get from Florida to Atlanta for like basically pennies. So it's worth looking into that, just to fly to like see what your cheapest see how cheap it is to get to any airport in the US, and then see if you can change from that airport to Atlanta, because it's normally like domestic isn't always that cheap in America, but if you book enough in advance, and certain locations are really cheap, like Florida, like I suggested, is just randomly really cheap to get to Atlanta for. So that covers YCS Pasadena on how much that costs. LLDS Stage 2 Island. So this ended up costing me, shout out to Cormac for lending me the money. This ended up costing me £140 for the flight to Dublin, a flight that's normally only £20 from Newcastle. It's a bit frustrating, this, because they only announced this. I ended up having to book this the Friday, and the event was on the Sunday, and it only got announced on Thursday, which only give people 3 days notice to book this event, which is, to me, absolutely ludicrous. Going off topic a little bit, I think it's crazy that a company thinks that they can announce something this late and just expect people to be okay with it. I suppose they didn't think it was a big issue because it's in Dublin, and anyone who is going to the Irish Open will be in Ireland and will just be able to drop everything and just go. But I guess they just didn't take into account that people work and have to get time off work to go to this event, and a lot of people my friends in Ireland had to do this, had to like skip work to just go just to try and attend this event, so they lost out on money in that respect. And then also people that live in the north of Ireland as well had to like travel down last minute as well, which was a bit of a pain for them, I can imagine, because they could have got travel like much cheaper if they book enough in advance, but since they couldn't, then it cost them too much money. And for me as well, since I had to pay so much money for it last minute, it was just really frustrating, and I would have appreciated them to give us some notice and not for some reason have to hold the event in November, and could have at least just try and pushed it back so it accommodated everyone. But that aside, yeah, so don't spend that much for LLDS Stage 2. I only did it because I could stay at Vlad's house. Shout out to him for letting me stay. And I just really wanted to go to this event in particular because like a lot of my friends are from Ireland, and I couldn't go to the UK one because they put it on the same weekend as the UK Open, which was the same weekend as YCS Pasadena. And since they announced the UK Open late as well, they really need to get their act together and try and like announce these events more in advance, because it's just unacceptable, I think. I imagine, like, I know it's a kid's game as well, but imagine if like a kid really wanted to attend this event. They wouldn't be able to go because they would have to get a guardian or a parent to take them, and they wouldn't be able to take them because the parent won't be able to get time off work or something like that, and then the kid will just be gutted. Like, obviously these tournaments are catered more to like our age, I guess, but that's just something else to consider as well, that they just like didn't factor in these variables that'll just like really upset a lot of people. And I think it did upset a lot of people, and I don't want to dwell on it too much, but hopefully in the future when they do events like this, they'll just announce events like not within the month, especially not 3 days in advance. It's absolutely crazy. But moving on, so back to the World's race, back to the World's points bit. So Stockton had 43 people, and I got first place, so that's 6 points. So I got 6 points added to my 57, which means I have now 63 points. Yay! And for me, since Stockton is my locals, the bus was only £4. So I got there for only £4, and that just adds on to what the last total was like a month ago. It was like £825 and 8 pence, so now it's £829 and 8 pence. So how long are we into the season? Like 3 months into the season now? 3 months into the season, and I've just spent over £800. I don't think I've performed as well as I would like to have. I think this is probably similar to how much the other Worlds competitors that have Worlds race competitors that have probably spent to do the race as well, because they've went to like big events in Germany that I've like missed because I decided to go to my locals instead. But we'll see. Hopefully I'll get right back on it and I'll top Milan, and hopefully we can get right back in the race, and we'll give you more like big regional content, hopefully. Sorry that I haven't done one in quite a while. I know like a lot of people like quite enjoy these videos, and I have wanted to do one, but like with a lot of content that is came up with like going to America and obviously starting my Twitch channel, it's been difficult to try and do a video like this. And speaking of which, don't forget to subscribe to my Twitch channel, where I do a lot of versus videos and stuff like that. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you next time.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Be sure to check out more of my content that's hovering around me. Ooh. And also, do you like pretty cards like these? We'll get them even cheaper at Jacob's eBay store with promotion coupon, you guessed it, MAXC5. Follow the URL link below in the description, which will take you to his eBay shop, and the offer will already be applied. So just spend over £5 and you'll be given 5% off your next order. So be sure to click the URL and have a check of your store and see if there's any shiny cardboard that you want to purchase for yourself. And for now, here's a picture of my cat sleeping.